The championships. Hope you're really enjoying it. Hope the atmosphere is coming through wherever you might be watching our championships, whether it's in your lounge rooms, on the bus, on the ferry, or even in the sky. These days, you can just take the NRL.com coverage anywhere you are. Let us know where you're watching our coverage. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on Facebook. And let us know who you think will win the championships come Sunday afternoon. Wow, look at this. Shima Mafagai came up with a big one there from Victoria. As we see now, South Australia just taking their eye off the footy on that occasion. Slaps all around there for Victoria Johns. Here it is here. Just came off the wrist. So a chance now for Victoria's Brooke Walker to put the ball into the scrum. Of course, Victoria, they've played two. Of course, their first game yesterday was against the First Nations Gems, going down by 12 points to 4. As we see now, the Victorians are only a couple of metres away from the line. There's Mona fighting Pooler. Stepping their way through, there was Brooke Walker with the yellow fluoro yellow boots. We won't be able to miss her this morning as we just go past 11 o'clock local time here in Queensland. This is our second last open women's clash of the morning. Don't forget, coming your way at 12 o'clock, we've got more rugby league, but this is Big Pfeiffer. Big, strong, determined to get the first points for Victoria. And Shaquille Pfeiffer puts her name up on the scoreboard as we go to the replay, thanks to Harvey Norman. The big palm in the face of Lauren Kilcare. She was no match for size and strength, was she? From the big number 22 in Shaquille Pfeiffer. So the kick will come from right in front of the sticks here. What a great opportunity, the Nationals, for the girls to be seen and just have that amazing opportunity to be selected into other teams going forward. Just like Julia Robinson back in 2019, playing her first ever game of rugby league for the Australian Defence Force. And look what she's done in the space of only 2 or 3 years. Gone on to represent the Queensland Maroons. So they're the pathway opportunities that can stem from our tremendous tournament up here in Redcliffe. Now the fan favourite, Laura Helbig. There she is with number 20 on the back. She's about to get this ball rocking and rolling from the halfway line. She's got a good strike of the footy when she... A nice stance. Just take a look at this. Signaling, giving the girls a wave at the other end. Oh, she's a character. Well, we talk about characters of rugby league. Look no further than the big personality of Helbig. Oh, we love her. Absolutely adore her. If she doesn't make her own highlights reels with her personality and her presence out here, there she's again going in for the tackle. She's getting back up. Here she comes. Running back into position. As we see now, Pooler trying to spin it. Well, I'll tell you one thing. They're trying to get away from Big Helbig, but Helbig's not trying to get away from them. She's trying to line them up like 10-pin bowling pins, and every time she gets the ball, she's going for the strike. And she's been able to do that quite impressively so far over this tournament. Here's Walker now taking matters into her own hands. Inside the 20. Stepped away from another. She wouldn't want to come to Helbig any moment there. But this time going for a ride, it's Ordsby. Cleaning her up right inside the 10. Here's Mona. Switches it back to the left. Here's Pooler offloading. Here they go, Carrara. She gets there for Victoria for the second try for the Vics. And they're up by 10 points to 0. And this is how it unfolded, thanks to NRL.com. Great short ball into the gap. And Anthony, well, she was just no match, was she, in the end? Now, the NRL, of course, just absolutely delighted, folks, to showcase our most promising women's talent in the region and right throughout Australia. Of course, we can't do it without the many volunteers that have given up their time to be here today as well. We know the volunteers are the backbone to the success of rugby league. Doesn't matter if it's in the bush, in the outback, right across the world. Without the volunteers, championships simply wouldn't happen. So thank you on behalf of everybody in the world of rugby league for what you do to put the sport on the field when we see it live and loud. So Pioneer now with the recommencement. It's our valuable sponsor in Harvey Norman. Nice placement. That's product placement if you've ever seen it. Outside the 20-metre line, here's Pioneer with the tackle downstairs. O'Brien over the top here. As Victoria looking to cause a little bit of havoc through the middle. Running straight there into the hooker in Sophie McClure. Walker distributes it. Nice flick ball. There she is again, Walker. Space to the right. Alagala, good ball. They're keeping it alive. Well, it was intended to go to big Suya Mafaga, but unfortunately she just tripped over her own bootlaces because she wasn't able to get to the footy. Here's Pioneer now up over the halfway line. There's Plowman. Brings a penalty and a roar from the crowd. Just going a little bit too high on that occasion. The captain in Tina Carney. So the penalty given 42 metres out from the Victoria line. Here's Cassie. Cassie Ormsby from the back. Provides a lot of chat from the back. This time it goes down. So we're just about to launch an attack inside Victoria's half of the field. Let's go to the replay. Just taking her eyes off the footy. So there's our brilliant sponsors around the ground. Harvey Norman. And why not visit Moreton Bay, folks? Visit moretonbayregion.com.au. Plenty to do, plenty to see. Glasshouse Mountains, only half hour or so away from here. The Australian Zoo's up the field. Plenty of things to do. Right here on the coast, on the eastern seaboard of our great country. So 40 metres away. Victoria running wild. After, of course, a lot of the Victorians have been locked up with COVID for the majority of 2020, weren't they? So a lot of energy to express here, that's for sure, as we see now Walker, dangerous, nuggety, drifting, offloading, Pfeiffer, offloads, Walker, steps, Walker, tackled. There by Anthony. Is there another one coming here? Just a matter of who wants it. Who wants to steal the try? Well, Megan Ryder, she says, I'll do it. I'll steal the try. And this is how she stole the show. Beautiful work by Mona. Just keep an eye on this. It was either going to be one or two of the tries. It was either going to be Ryder or Bowden O'Leary. Sensational stuff here with the championships. Here's the kick. On the kicking tee. From right in front of the post. Interchange going on for Victoria as well. Tuai and Tia Tomo about to come out onto the field. Just about to warm up down on the sideline. The kick is a beauty. So another 2 points going to the total of our NRL scoreboard. 18 points to nil. Victoria. It's one-way traffic here in the championships for the Victorian team. And let's not forget, in 2020, Rugby League was the only football code to complete their entire elite women's competition despite the challenges of COVID-19. So, well done to everybody. And we also, on behalf of the NRL, we would like to thank our naming rights partner, Harvey Norman, for their continued support of this event and the women's game more broadly. As we know, Harvey Norman are the driving force behind the NRL Telstra Premierships Women in League round and continue to remain one of the game's most loyal partners. We thank them for getting on board in all facets here in Australia. In Rugby League, there she is again, Laura Helbig. She keeps on keeping on. Well, her side might be down by 18 points to nil, but Laura Helbig, she's living up to the first part of her name. She is absolutely giving hell to Victoria when it comes to the whacks and the bangs. Well, you can put your bottom dollar on it. She's about to come onto the footy in this header 6. If not, we'll have to have an inquiry. Where is she? Keep an eye on her. This is the moment coming up very shortly. Laura Helbig. Wow. She wants the footy. I wouldn't be mucking around with it. I'd be giving it to her right now. Oh, no, she's thrown a dummy. She didn't want it. She's running decoys. Well, if she's not banging them over and knocking them flat, she's running decoys. What can't she do? This is Anthony. That's Ormsby. This is Pioneer trying to get the footy, but Cassie goes herself. Last tackle. Pioneer. Can she offload it? They're desperately trying, Victoria, to prevent any offloading ability, and they've done tremendously well there to go over the top, led, of course, by the big number 5 in Heavenly Descartes. This time Odell stands at first marker. Here comes Helbig. Look out for her. Give her the captain role. What a great leader. Tell you what, Victoria, they're not running at her. They're trying to avoid her at every cost. Here's Tuamua. Here she is again. Well, there you go. I told you something. And I'll tell you again. This is miraculous. Look at this. Bang! Well, there you go. Oh, this is great. This is sensational. Oh, you know, now she's knocking them out. I mean, of course, we don't want to see this, but just the narrative around Laura Helbig today. If anybody back at the NRL is, and I'm sure they're watching this in their dozens, but if any editor is light on content today, I'll give you the tip. If you want to boost up your ratings this afternoon, look no further than Laura Helbig. She's played in the last 2 games. And if you think this is her number 1 hit, well, you're definitely wrong. Check this out. And that's just the 2 tackles in the last 10, 15 seconds. We've got to come up with a combination file. Will they find touch? Yes, they do. She's come up with about 5 whacks, bang, crash tackles in the whole game. She's come up with at least 10. And I don't say that lightly in the other game that she featured in only 10 minutes ago. And there she is again. She just loves it, and we love her. As I said, she'll be on the Matty Johns show. She'll be on the NRL shows throughout the week. She's got to be, doesn't she? She is the star of the tournament. Here she is again. There she is. Up she gets. Right on the 20-metre line. Victoria again, spinning it, looking to crack 20. Away to Akatala. Inside 10. Shrugged away from another. Don't go anywhere near Helbig. They've copped the tip, that's for sure. Victoria spreading it. Walker. Here she is again. Down low. Takes the legs from underneath. Big Mona. Pooler goes short. Out the back door. Here they go. Walker. She gets there. She got there. The reason she got there because Helbig wasn't in cooey of her. She wouldn't have got there if Helbig was there. Here it is on the replay. There was Helbig just getting up off the ground. Look at this beautiful shift. Here they go again. Walker. Sensational. Stellar stuff. The Victorians. They might be up by 22 points to 0, and credit to them, but they're bruised and they're battered, that's for sure. Thanks to our mate, everybody's mate. You know who we talk about. Yes, it's Laura Helbig. Just waiting now for the kick of conversion. So just over 2 minutes remaining in this one between South Australia and Victoria. Our next clash, of course, featuring the Northern Territory and Victoria once more. That will round up our open women's draw for day 2 of the championships here. And then we'll go into 40 minutes of footy. In the under-19s, where we'll see Pool A come into force from midday. We will see the Queensland Sapphires go around against Victoria in the under-19s. Then we'll see New South Wales Rugby League City take on Western Australia at 1 o'clock. And then we'll finish off the day with the Rubies and Northern Territory and New South Wales Country tackling South Australia. That's coming your way this afternoon at 3 o'clock. So Victoria, they're about to come into Helbig. There she is, over the top. There with Odell. She's like the eyes of well, I was going to say crocodile predator, you know, just eyeing off the food. Still her effort. Heart of gold. Don't we love it? Here's a gap. Here's a hole. Kiora. Oh, she comes down to the 40-metre line and comes a little bit unstuck. As there's a knock on here, signalled by our referee. But we haven't got long left on the clock, have we, folks? The siren's about to go. There it is. Well, we won't have time for a scrum, but congratulations to Victoria. 24 points to 0 over South Australia. And congratulations to everybody who has come across from South Australia and our great friend in Laura Helbig. Well done, Laura. You've provided many moments of these championships, and we wish you all the best in your rugby league endeavours, whatever you decide to do from this moment in time. Plenty of memories, Laura. We wish you all the best, and thank you for what you have done today here at Moreton Bay Stadium. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back after this, folks. Don't go anywhere.